So welcome everyone to Pittcon's exhibitor planning webinar. This is part 3 of our webinar, and my name is Adrian Michael. I'm the president of the Pittcon 2018 organizing committee, and I want to thank everyone for joining us online and taking time out of busy schedules to participate in and listen to what we have to say. Before I begin, I want to remind everyone that this is part 3 of our webinar program for exhibitors. If you missed or would like to review parts 1 and 2, they are still available. We have them posted on our website. They're under the Exhibitor Pittcon tab in the Exhibitor Success and ROI Center. And so you're welcome to, you might think that if you didn't listen to those that we're jumping into the middle of some of our topics here, but we covered some earlier topics before. Our primary mission this afternoon is to allow you to hear from the people sitting next to me here, Kim and Tammy and Ann. Kim is going to be reviewing for you some information about promotional opportunities that are associated with Pittcon. Tammy is going to go over some features of the expo and particularly opportunities we have available for exhibitors. And Ann Puskarik is the chair of our marketing committee, and she will be going over some of the marketing programs and orienting you a little bit to what's going on in Florida and Orlando as well as nationally and otherwise. So let me just begin by just taking a very few moments to remind you of some of the highlights of Pittcon 2018 that we have planned. I think everybody by now hopefully is aware that we're intending to have, well, we're not intending, we will be having a 3-day show. The show is going to run Tuesday through Thursday rather than the typical Monday through Thursday. I think there are a number of benefits to this plan to have a 3-day show, the first of which being it's a 3-day show. Exhibitors have been asking for a shorter expo for a while now. By starting on Tuesday, we're going to eliminate some Sunday travel for folks, and we're also going to provide Monday as an extra move-in day on straight time. And we think this is going to be very beneficial. A feature of the 3-day show is that the Tuesday afternoon time slot is going to be an expo-only time slot, so there'll be no program or short courses or other distractions or other aspects of Pittcon running on Tuesday afternoon, so that'll be a time that the conferees will have to devote to the exhibit floor, and we hope there'll be a lot of traffic during that time slot. There's going to be a number of features again on the expo floor that Tammy will be telling you more about, things like Alligator Alley and the park, where there'll be a lot of activities occurring. We're going to have a new feature, which I've mentioned in previous presentations, called the Nexus Theatre, and we're going to be repeating the live demos. We have a number of really fantastic components planned for the technical program, which we think are going to attract a lot of clients and conferees to Orlando for you. I've mentioned before the Coulter Lecture. We're very excited to have Jeremy Nicholson coming to talk about metabolomics from Imperial College in London. We're going to have a plenary lecture by Stefan Hell, who's a 2014 Nobel laureate, talking about super resolution microscopy, so we're very excited about that. Very strong program in life sciences. We're going to have a really excellent slate of award winners generating a lot of publicity for us at Pittcon 2018. And we're going to have a focus area in the program in the forensics. This is going to be a focus area that's been brought to us by the National Institutes of Justice and some of the program officers there, and so we certainly hope that will attract a lot of attention as well. By way of introduction, you're going to hear a little bit about some of the events that we have planned at Pittcon 2018. We're going to have several mixers in what we're calling Pub Pittcon, which is going to be in the Orange County Convention Center. We're going to have a Wednesday night event at Universal in Orlando, and so I think that's also going to be a lot of value added for conferees that will attract people to come to the show. The preliminary program is in the mail. It's been sent. This is our new preliminary program. It's a significant redesign compared to previous years. You'll notice it's much thinner. It's glossier. It's colorful. It's a lot more attention grabbing. And it's much easier, I think, for people to digest. And the other thing that I think is very nice about this preliminary program is that everything that's in this preliminary program, all the information in here is correct. We used to send out a very detailed, very thick preliminary program, but a lot of the information in it was incorrect. Because things change during the time the preliminary program is printed and Pittcon itself takes place. The detailed information, if you're looking for more detail, or if anyone's looking for more detail, the detailed information is going to be coming out on the mobile app. The mobile app is live. It's been up and running for a while, and the nice thing about the mobile app is it's accessible via your mobile devices and tablets and things like that. But that's a platform that we can update and maintain its accuracy as time goes by. So the mobile app is available now. People can see titles, they can see exhibitor descriptions, they can see abstracts of talks, they can see descriptions of short courses, and really the detailed information is really at everybody's fingertips, and we hope that mobile app is going to be a valuable feature, a feature that a lot of people find very useful and usable while they're planning their Pittcon experience and also while they're on site. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to say to get the ball rolling, and what I'm going to do now is turn the floor over to Tammy Yallum, who's going to tell you about some information related to the expo. Tammy.
Hi, I wanted to go over some information. As you are aware, we have a park on the floor this year. We are calling it Alligator Alley. Several things available in our park this year. One of them, which was a huge success from last year, was our lab Gauntlet that we're going to bring back. We will select 12 companies, 6 for each Gauntlet, to run these 1-minute presentations or tasks for conferees to go through. And the link below, we are still taking some submissions. We are taking them to January 5th, and then the Expo committee will select which ones they are going to choose. And it's a great opportunity for you to have one-on-one with conferees. So I highly recommend that you send in a submission for that for us. They are free. And as Adria mentioned, this year new on the floor will be Nexus Theatres. We will have 2 theaters on the floor, Nexus 1 and Nexus 2. The purpose of these theaters are to be interactive presentations, provide educational, entertaining, and networking experiences. We are not looking for these to be like our live demos. 30 to 45-minute slot presentations will also be available to anyone that wants to submit. That email went out last week. If you have not received that email and you'd like to be a part of this, you can email expo@pittcon.org, and I'll be sure to show you how you can submit your request. Again, these will also be reviewed by the Expo committee, and January 5th is the deadline for these as well. They will let you know either way if you've been selected. We're also going to have some networking opportunities again on the floor for companies. We have several meeting space opportunities from $375 to $8,500, so there's various price ranges that can accommodate any budget. The customer contact rooms, they are 10 by 10s or 10 by 20s. They're 3-hour rentals, either AM or PM. We have a few slots left in those. The seminar rooms are 3.5-hour rentals. They are without a ceiling. They're also AM or PM. We have SRA and SRB you'll see on the show floor. Another option for seminar rooms that you can have for the duration of the show, they will be available beginning Monday during setup at 8 a.m. Whether you want to hold company functions in them, if you want to do your own presentations, we will be presenting the seminar room schedules in our final program. Those are $7,000 without a ceiling and $8,500 with a ceiling. If you have not reserved space, we do have some space still available. Your Exhibitor Dashboard is where you will go to sign up for space. If you are signed up to exhibit, you do want to check your dashboard to look at any pending tasks. We have some deadlines coming up. Your company descriptions, if you have not got those entered, I would suggest that you enter them as soon as possible. Your company description, every day at 6 o'clock, we upload the information that was submitted during the day. So your company description will be on our website as advertisement to all through Pittcon. Your company descriptions will not be in our final program this year. They will be on our mobile app. You can link You can upload your insurance certificates or your waiver. Any booth layouts you want to submit for approval can be uploaded, and you'll also see the link to the service manual. This is where you will order your electric, carpet, furniture, lead retrievals. Each vendor has their own service order form. This is also where you will see the list of our official vendors. I know we've had some companies. This will show you who our vendors are, phone numbers for them if you have questions, and you can also order your promotional opportunities. And one of the big deadlines coming up, and it'll be here before we know it, is February 1st. This is your early discount deadline for items such as your electric, your carpet, and after February 1st, your prices will go up. So I would try to meet that deadline. And that leaves us with, if you have any questions. Okay, and I'm going to pass this over to Ann.
Actually, we're going to Kim.
We're going to Kim.
Right.
Hi, everyone. So I'm just going to go over some of the promotional and publicity opportunities available at Pittcon this year. First, promotional opportunities. We have a wide selection of opportunities available for our exhibitors in a variety of price ranges, so they'll definitely meet your budgets. This provides your company with exposure outside of your booth before, during, and after the conference. So digitally, we have options such as product spotlight emails, newsletter blasts, and the Convention Center also has some great digital signage that is unique to the Convention Center that lines the expo lobby, and attendees really can't miss it. It's a good opportunity. Definitely look into that. And some other options include the Pittcon passport, souvenir bag inserts, Wi-Fi, internet cafe sponsorship, relaxation station sponsor. I put some photos up there. And you can visit our website or click the links provided to learn more about these. And then based on your promotional opportunity spend, you could become a Pittcon sponsor. So we have 3 different levels: platinum, gold, silver. So if you spend $10,000, you would be a silver sponsor, and so on. Sponsorship offers many benefits, including additional exposure on site. You get first right of refusal on the promotional opportunities you purchased the year before, and you can see all of those benefits on our website as well. And we also have final program ads available if you're interested in that. I encourage you to reserve these options as soon as possible. The deadline is January 15th, 2018, and we will accept some after that date on a to-be-determined basis. So you can purchase your selections in the Exhibitor Dashboard, as Tammy had mentioned, and you can view all of our options on our website or email marketing@pittcon.org for any questions that you may have. Publicity opportunities. This is just a sampling of some of the PR tools that we offer companies. First, we provide free facilities to hold your press conference. We have specific rooms set aside in both banquet and classroom setups, and they come equipped with a basic AV setup, so stage, podium, microphone, screen, LCD projector, a speaker table, as well as some tables and chairs at the entrance with an easel where you can bring your own signage talking about your press conference. And you can also order food and beverage service, but this is solely the responsibility of you and must be set up with the Convention Center through Centerplate. So you can submit your request for a press conference and see the full press conference schedule on our website. And this is found in the Exhibit tab under the Marketing and PR Tools, or as I said, you can click these links that are on the PowerPoint as well. We generally attract about 200 members of the press at Pittcon each year. So if you'd like to invite them to your booth to announce a product or to invite them to your press conference, we maintain a list on the website that we update regularly as their registrations come in. Some other tools, we will post your company press releases on our press section of the website under the Exhibitor Press Release page. So you can go on our website and submit those, as well as submitting your white papers, and we'll do a similar thing and post them to our attendee pages. Next, I want to talk about the Pittcon Today Excellence Awards. This will be our 2nd year. These are the Premier Business Awards recognizing ingenuity and innovation at Pittcon. They are only open to 2018 exhibiting companies, and there is no cost to enter. And there is no limit to the amount of products you may enter. You just have to enter a new submission form for each product that you want to enter into the awards. The products will be evaluated by a panel of 9 judges from industry, academia, and government. So it's not Pittcon necessarily doing this. It's a panel of blue chip judges that were selected. And here's some criteria for submission. First, the product submitted for award consideration must be on the market or ready to go to market. And second, the product must have been launched after January 2017 and must be a true innovation and not just a small or incremental improvement to an already existing product. The entry deadline is Friday, January 12th, 2018, and you can complete your submission online. And to get all the details and submit, hover over our exhibit tab on the website and click the Excellence Awards from that drop-down menu. And then just to see all of the information and the full listing of our marketing and PR tools, go to our website under the Exhibit at Pittcon tab and click on the Marketing and PR Tools link. And do you have any questions on promotions and public relations, publicity opportunities? Sure, and if you're not sure how to enter questions, on your GoToWebinar dashboard, there should be a question and answer section where you can type in your questions, and then our lovely Shelley IT person will read them to us.
Tammy has 2 questions.
Oh.
How many attendees went through the Gauntlet last year, and what approximate % were students? How many exhibiting companies participated in it last year?
We had 12 companies participate in the Gauntlet last year. There were approximately 793, I believe, was the total that went through. I'm not sure how many of those were students, but I could find that out. If you'd like to email me that question about the Gauntlet at expo@pittcon.org, I can get you the complete statistics on that.
One more.
Okay.
Can you give an example of a good Nexus interactive demo?
A panel discussion would be a good.
Something that would generate a little bit of audience participation.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. The purpose is to engage the audience in your presentation. So.
Yeah.
Podcast. A podcast.
Podcast. If they're working with somebody that's a regular podcaster, if that person is available to come and give that podcast in person. There are so many of them that are being followed that are very popular. I think that would be a good draw as well.
Correct.
Keep those questions coming, and what we'll do now is turn the floor over to Ann Piskarek to give us a marketing update.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to be here today. And we certainly wanted to keep you engaged on the kinds of activities that we're using to drive attendees into Pittcon 2018. So I have on this slide a lot of our key marketing initiatives and campaigns for 18. I'll just give you some highlights of these, and some are certainly repates from prior year because we know they work exceptionally well, and others are new ads trying to drive new audience participation. So our content marketing is something we've been doing for the last several years. This is a compilation of trending articles on different subjects. We have several out there on food and agriculture. We have a great one on cannabis, and that directly ties to the participation by the Cannabis Conference this year. At Pittcon, they're going to be doing some symposia, and this is an incredibly expanding market as we read and hear about in the news every day. So we're excited to have their participation as well as the articles of what's trending in terms of analytical applications and analysis. We have interviews with key thought leaders. These are incredibly well received and listened to on a routine basis. They span everything from industry leaders to research leaders. 2 of them that we have on the Thought Leaders series right now is Jay Flatley. He's the chairman of Illumina. And the other is Dr. Chad Merkin. He's with Northwest University, and he's doing an awful lot of great research in disease. So those 2 would be incredibly interesting, and there's many more out there. So we're getting very good tracking with those personnel that are coming up to listen to those those interviews. We're doing a great deal of direct marketing in Florida. We've really targeted the Florida institutions in the area. A couple that would be of interest to you are the University of Central Florida, University of Southern Florida. We've got the Mayo Clinic. We've got Sid Martin Biotech Institute. And these are all areas that we've talked to leaders of their either incubators or their research areas, and they're more than happy to help us push additional information about Pittcon into their research and PI teams. The Pittcon Buzz is a fall and winter newsletter that's general interest to our entire attendee base as well as conferees. And advertising goes without saying, we need to advertise both print and digitally. We have partnerships with 67 publications, and that would be 31 publisher partners, and they help us to promote in both print and digital. We're doing over 114 web ads, and combined we're doing about 500 sets of emails, webinar notifications, print ads. So we're really blanketing as many of the publications that we can to spread the dates and information about the program and the expo to potential participants. Adrian mentioned the mobile app. We are starting to see that download ramp exponentially the closer we get towards January, as many people will start to use that to bookmark the exhibitors they'd like to see as well as the paper they'd like to attend. And then we have some new initiatives this year. One of them is Web's Edge TV. This is an organization that is partnering with us to help us provide video on the conference. It is going to be both content and on-site interviews, and this will be an opportunity for us to take that video and push it through some other mediums that we may not be using as extensively. For example, YouTube. It'll give us many more postings in mediums like that. And our ebook. Adrian has said for years it's a shame that we aren't doing more with the program content because it is excellent and it's cutting edge. So this year the team has come up with our ebook. It's a compilation of our program information and papers. It's an opportunity for conferees to download this information. We've had incredible traction with this. We're using it as a lead generation tool. We have 2 of our publisher partners that are doing some additional emails for us on that particular program, and we're starting to see some new people coming into the Pittcon database. And lastly, social media. What would an advertising or marketing campaign be without social media? We are covering everything and anything. We've got Pinterest and Facebook and YouTube, and you name the media, we're using it. But we're always open to new opportunities. So if you know of other either social media sites that you're using that have been successful, or you have some other ideas for some content that we might be able to use to drive information out to our conferees, we would be more than happy to hear about those. So let's shift a little bit and go to what's happening in Florida. Many of us think of Florida as primarily the entertainment industry capital of the world, but I can tell you, based on some of the exhibiting I've done in the Florida market, that it stretches much beyond that. There's a great deal of research that's happening right now in advanced manufacturing and materials, so that's all nanotechnology. We've got the aviation and aerospace, which goes without saying, especially since there's the Space Center down there. But especially in the life science and healthcare arena, it has just exploded. And Florida is doing a very good job of attracting new companies, new businesses into their incubator systems, especially to try to drive this business growth. The clinical trials and vaccine research markets, as well as healthcare and drug delivery, medical devices is huge. And of course the specialty pharma and pharmaceutical markets. So these are all great target audiences for Pittcon. They're all using instrumentation, they're all using tools to help them do measurements, and those measurements lead to results, and those results lead to new technology and innovations. So let's talk a few minutes about some of the, whoops, didn't want to go quite that far. I'm not doing this properly, there we go. So as part of our local reach as well, we are doing an awful lot of on-site exhibiting. You can see here the list of institutions where we have been doing shows. So we've been at 5 different locations for the University of Florida. the Mayo Clinic, Sid Martin, as well as attended the BioFlorida show, which was rich with contacts and opportunities for Pittcon. And we've also developed some very key contacts with Enterprise Florida. They're going to help us drive the messaging to all of the companies that are part of their enterprise database. Business Development Board is really driving the life sciences messaging and supporting our efforts as well. And lastly, we've made some great contacts with Lake Nona. For those of you who are not familiar with Lake Nona, this is an area about 30 minutes from Orlando and has become one of the key research hubs in the state of Florida. It is diversified. There are some university incubators there. There are definitely medical device and pharma companies, as well as it's a mixed-use community. So there's also housing there, along with other services and facilities. So we're finding that this is a great partnership to have with the Lake Nona organization. If you'd like some additional information on what's happening in Florida, we have a page on our website I've listed here, and you can click the link to go directly to it. This will give you an overview of Florida's high-tech corridor, some of the deeper dive information on institutions that are currently there, their size and scope, and the kinds of research they're doing, as well as the list of colleges and universities throughout the state of Florida. There are several hundred that are all engaged in the sciences in some way and are all recipients of the information that we're currently sending out about Pittcon. I'm going to stop here and see if there's any questions on marketing before I move forward. And no, there aren't. Okay. So one of the things that we learned from talking to our conferees and doing some surveys post-show is that many of them, whoops. Okay, we're back. That many of them are looking for something to do after hours. They've put in a great day on the expo floor. They've done a lot of networking. They've talked to many people. They've attended some program sessions. Now they want to go out and relax. So we've put together a program of social events for them to do just that. So these are the various new networking opportunities we've lined up for the conferees. The first one Adrian mentioned is Pittcon. We're looking at this being a very relaxed but dynamic way for conferees to stay in the hall after the show has closed, after the program is ended, and just spend some time meeting new people and relaxing. The pub will be open Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. It will be located in the Valencia Ballroom, and it will be open from 5:30 to 8 each of those evenings. We are adding a sponsorship here. We've had some inquiries about that. So we have a $5,000 sponsorship that will give you the ability to sponsor all 3 days of the Pub Pittcon. In addition to the sponsorship, we welcome branded, you can bring branded cups or plates. We'll put a placard out front acknowledging your contribution to this new event at Pittcon. We've also arranged a golf outing. Florida is a great place for golf. So Friday on March 2nd, post-show, we have a golf outing at the Metro West Golf Club. And then the evening hours, we've mixed a little bit of dinner opportunities as well as evening excursions for fun and excitement. So we have some dining opportunities at Maggiano's and Nile Ethiopian. We've got dinner shows. We have an escape game. They've become very trendy lately. Main Event is an organization that has a little bit of everything under one roof: video games, bowling, pool, as well as food, and then a couple of other dining opportunities. So we've split these into Monday and Tuesday evening so that we've spread them out over the course of the week. And lastly, Adrian mentioned our Pecan Party at Universal Orlando. So we decided that we would once again make sure that we did something special while we were there. So we have selected Universal Orlando's Island of Adventure as the place for our Wednesday night activity. That will be Wednesday, February 28th from 7:30 to 11. The fee includes access to rides and special attractions at Universal, as well as a $20 gift card towards food and beverage purchases. And we will provide bus transportation back and forth from the park. And the price for all of this is It's $25. So it's a very, very good deal and a very high incentive for conferees to join us on Wednesday evening. And you can see we've even added a friends and family package. So 5 friends or family for $50 can come to Universal on Wednesday evening. This opportunity is open to exhibitors as well. And next week there will be an email going out advising how you can register for this particular event on Wednesday. Any questions about our social activities? Okay, I think it goes back to Adrian.
Okay, well, thank you again for joining us. We intended to keep this fairly short and sweet. We're just a little bit over a half an hour, which is about what we intended. I'm going to blather for just a second here just to make sure that there aren't any last-minute questions that are going to come through for us. And
One suggestion.
One suggestion is coming through.
Yes, Pub Pittcon. You might want to change the hours to 5. What are people going to do between the hour between 5 and 5:30?
So on Monday evening and Tuesday evening, we do have the Coulter lecture and the plenary lecture, which will get out around 5:30, 5:45, something along those lines. So the intention is that people will go from the expo floor to or the regular afternoon program, go to those lectures, and then go to Pub Pittcon after those lectures. Probably, if people show up who don't want to go to the lectures, show up a little bit early to Pub Pittcon. That'll be fine. It'll be open. We're just not going to advertise it as being open earlier. And that was it. So we'll wrap that up and say.
May I?
Oh,
one more thing, Adrian.
Ann has one more
I just
thing.
wanted to tell the participants that if you have any other questions or ideas for marketing or things you'd like to share, please just send an email to marketing@pittcon.org, and we will be happy to entertain, have a separate conversation with you, and talk about other things that would be useful as we continue to promote 18. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.